Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome once again, as always, to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. Today is Thursday, the 14th of May, 2026, as I'm making this video, and you join me today on a random car park not too far away from my hometown of Wigan. And I'm making a video today, Hot Potters, that I never thought in a million years that I'd be making, as it is with great sadness that I learned late yesterday afternoon, and I read online of the passing of Mr B, of Mr B's Buildings YouTube channel, or Paul to give him his correct name. I believe he's from Farmworth in Bolton, and he passed away, according to his friend who left a short message on his channel, on Tuesday the 12th of May, so the day before basically. And I'll be honest with you, Hot Potters, it's shocked me, as although I've had minor issues with Mr B down the years, which are well documented and I'm not going to dwell on in this video out of respect, it sort of puts things into perspective when you hear sad news like this, and it makes you realise just how short life is and how fleeting life is and how it can all be taken away from us in a heartbeat. And it's really sad news, as there was no harm in Mr B. As I say, I have had my issues with him, but I always wanted to see him be successful on YouTube in his own right, rather than leaning on my channel and other people's channels to try and get himself started. Now, I first found out about Mr B's channel quite by accident, and it was a number of years ago. I was searching for a video of mine that I'd done during the pandemic called "What is a Priority Postbox?" In that video, I went and took a look at what was at the time a postbox that had been designated by Royal Mail as a priority postbox. The idea being, you would put your tests into that postbox and Royal Mail would give it priority to ensure that it was emptied on time, so that you could get your results back as soon as possible, as it was a very strange time back in 2020, as many of you will recall. And not only did my video turn up, but this other video turned up, exactly the same title, and when I watched it, it was very similar in style to my own. So much so that I thought Mr B at the time was a troll and he was taking the mickey out of my videos, as I had a lot of trouble in the past with people doing that, so I was sort of on high alert. However, it turned out that he wasn't doing that. As I watched more and more of his videos, I realised that he was just someone like myself who was interested in local history and curiosities, and that he had taken inspiration from my channel. Now, that did cause problems further down the line, because as I've stated before, usually what you do when you first start your own channel, I know that I did this and I was guilty of this, you tend to subconsciously emulate the people that you've been watching. But as time goes on and you start becoming more and more comfortable in front of the camera, you eventually drop that and your own style comes through, which of late had started to happen with Mr B. He just seemingly started to find his feet with his channel, and then you hear this sad news. Because I never really saw him as an enemy as such. I just wanted him to do his own thing and be successful in his own right, as I was quite flattered, if I'm being honest. I never really said this to Mr B, but I was quite flattered that out of all the channels that are out there, the thousands if not millions, mine was the one that he'd chosen to use as the blueprint for his own channel. So I'm quite shocked, as I say, and saddened to hear that he's passed away. Now, I am in no way related to Mr B or anything like that. As I said, the only reason that I found out about this is a friend of mine had contacted me and said, "Have you heard this news? Is it true?" I went on Mr B's channel, and that's when I read the short statement by his friend, who I believe it is a genuine post because he's been his childhood friend. I do know that from having dealings with him in the past. So I can't see a childhood friend putting something out there like that. It would be a very cruel and, dare I say, sick joke for someone to do that. So I do believe that this news is genuine. And I have no further details regarding the details of Mr B's passing, other than what I've read, and no doubt there will be a funeral and details of that may emerge as time goes on. But the purpose of this video is to highlight and get it out there that sadly Mr B has passed away. I think it's very sad when people pass away and you don't notice they've gone. They've come and they've gone and nobody knows about it. I do know that a lot of you out there have subscribed to his channel on the back of watching my videos. So if you have, please go over there and show him a bit of love for one last time, as I'm sure that his friends and his family will appreciate it and find comfort in that, knowing that Mr B brought people enjoyment and pleasure watching his videos. And it's a difficult time for them, so I'm sure that it will bring them some comfort. For my part, I'm going to wrap this one up. It's a very sad video to make, and as I say, I never thought in a million years that I'd be making this one. So all that's left for me to say is rest in peace, Mr B. I didn't really have any beef with you. I just wanted to see you do videos and be successful within your own rights. Until the next time, folks, bye-bye for now.